I'm Bianca Del Rio. Calm down, Beyonce. Really, Queen? Not today, Satan. Not today. Baloney!
Hello, okay. Next tutorial. This time I'm dressed up as Bianca Del Rio, who is probably most famous for being in RuPaul's Drag Race, and also she happens to be my most favourite drag queen. Unless I'm very much mistaken, I think this is even my 4th or 5th RuPaul's Drag Race drag queen recreations, so if you wanted to check those out, I'll pop those on the screen somewhere here. Bianca Del Rio is an incredibly witty and sharp insult comic, an absolutely amazing comedian. Actually, I get asked that a lot, who my favourite drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race are, and I always say, number 1, Bianca Del Rio, number 2, Willem. So yeah, I thought I'd give it a go recreating Bianca's look. If you'd like to learn how to recreate this makeup, stay tuned. So 10 points if you can guess what the first step is. Yep, blocking out my eyebrows. So I'll put a link right there. That takes you to one of my tutorials that I've done in the past to teach you guys how to block your eyebrows out, just so I don't have to recap it in this video. So I'm just going to quickly go do that. So then I'm going to set that in place with a Ben Nye setting powder in Super White. So as I usually do whenever I do a drag makeup, I'm going to start with the eyes, and then when I finish that I can work on the foundation. Reason for that is because drag makeup is so usually highly pigmented, any fallout from the eyeshadow will just ruin the foundation, so it's just easier to do the eyes first, clean up the fallout, do the foundation. Yeah. So I'm going to start off by shaping the socket line that Bianca has. So it's probably one of the highest socket lines I've ever done. It's going to be following the bridge of your nose and around, and it's going to join on, not to necessarily the corner of your eye, it's going to bring that out further as well. So it's going to probably go over my natural eyebrow. So just to get a rough shape and just to map this out, I'm going to take a Sugar Pill eyeshadow in Bulletproof, so a nice black, and with a really sharp angle brush I can just start pressing that down really lightly just to get a nice outline of where I'm going to go. A good rule of thumb with this is going to be whenever you open your eyes with the false eyelashes on, you need to still be able to see the colour on the inside, so allow for quite a bit of extra space for when your eyelashes are open, so we'll need probably about 1 centimetre on top. Then I'm going to take my Kryolan face liner pencil, and this is in the black, and I can start neatening up that line, and I can go along the underside of my eye, not too far underneath my eye, because obviously the eye's going to be bigger, but I need to allow enough space to apply the white line that's going to be underneath my lash line. And I can also join on the line to my tear duct, which will be a nice little V, a nice little point in the corner. Then I'm going to take my Sugar Pill Pro eyeshadow palette. I'm going to take the bright pink from that palette, and I can apply that from maybe there, I think, onwards, starting small, getting off bigger all the way around my eye, stopping to about the halfway point, so it's going to be bigger out here. Don't worry too much about the brightness of the colour, because I'm going to be putting on some reds after that and some blacks just to smoke it out. Then I'm going to go over the pink with the red from the eyeshadow palette. Not all the way to the end, but mostly there. Then I'm going to take the black Sugar Pill eyeshadow again, and I can start darkening up the outside edge of the line. And this line is going to be blended out quite far, so don't worry about making it too harsh, because I think harsh is the key word with this look. Okay, so then I can take a little tiny bit more of the black, and I can just blend that out so it's not so harsh. I just went in and made the peak in the middle a tiny bit higher, so it's not quite as oval, it's more angled and then back down again. Next I'm going to take my Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I'm just going to use the black out of that, so you don't really need the flash palette, you could just do it with the black cream itself. And taking a super sharp angle brush, I can draw a line going across over my eyelid, following in from this point here, and I can join it up to the side. Actually, I take it back, I think I can do a lot of things with this palette on this look, because I can use the brown for the eyeshadow and the white for the line of the eye, so yeah, this is actually quite handy for this makeup. Then I can take the pink eyeshadow again, and I'm going to apply that on the inside of the eye, by only going over this half of my eye and smoking it out towards the middle, so the angle is going to follow this angle here. Then the same again with the red, I'm just going to go on the first half of the pink. Then taking the black, I can just blend the very edge of that into the red and the pink. So then I'm going to draw on the eyebrow just so I can see where to put the highlight for the new brow. So I'm going to take the brown cream from the Flash palette, and I'm going to start lightly tracing on the shape that I want. So Bianca's eyebrow seems to have changed quite a lot. It's gone from very rounded on the arch to very sharp. So I'm going to do a tiny mixture of the two, but mostly it's going to be a sharp brow. Okie dokie, so the point needs to be in line with itself but be fairly harsh. The tail needs to be really sharp but just end before the wing of the eyeshadow does. So then I'm going to take the white eyeshadow from the Pro palette and I'm going to apply that just to where the point is, a little tiny bit this way, but mostly it's going to be underneath the tail. And that colour is going to blend into the black, pink and red on this side. So then I can take the white cream from the Flash palette and I can line underneath my eye until I get to the corner. Then I was going to go in with some glitter, but I think I might use this first. There's a silver glitter cream in the Flash palette. I think I'm going to use that as a nice base. And I'm going to apply that on the inside of my eye. Not going too much over this colour that I've got here though. Then it's really funny because I've never used this before in a tutorial and I used it the last time I did a drag makeup, so just a happy coincidence, but I'm going to be using Lit Cosmetics again and I'm going to be using their silver glitter, which is fantastic. So the way it works is I'm going to take their glitter base, which is like a really nice soft glue that's not so harsh, apply that over the silver that I've already applied there and then dab the separate silver glitter over the top of that. Then, taking a Collection 2000 Extreme Felt Eyeliner pen, I'm going to sharpen up the underside of the black line going around my eye. Oh, I nearly forgot, I did also take a NYX Jumbo pencil in white and I went along the waterline of my eye as well, just to tie it in, because when I apply my lashes, I'm going to be applying it to this black line below and not my actual lash line. For the lashes, I'm going to be applying some Eldora H139s, so super massive lashes, and I'm going to apply that to my top lash line. Okay, so this might sound excessive, but I decided these lashes weren't thick enough, so I stacked a second pair on top of that, one of the C188 lashes. So I've got an extra pair of these on top of the H139s. It just looks a lot thicker and I think more appropriate. I'm actually going to apply the remaining C188 of the one pair that I've got on the lash here, and I'm going to apply that underneath my eye onto that black line as well. Then the really super fun part, I'm going to take some fake diamonds, which I just got from a regular craft shop. I'm going to take the smallest ones of those and stick 3 with some eyelash glue, evenly spaced out just under the towel where my highlight is. Then I just need to copy this entire eye on this side. Fun. So there we go. Yeah, big eyes. So then onto the foundation. So I'm going to take my Kryolan TV paint sticks in 1, 3 and 9W. So a light shade, my shade and a dark shade. The light and the dark are just for contouring. So starting with the light shade, the 1W, I'm going to go down the centre of my face and along my cheekbones. Then I'm just going to blend that with a kabuki brush. Then using the 3W, I can go around my face and my neck. It probably will cover most of my face. Then, taking the 9W, I'm going to cut down my cheekbones, but I'm also going to go slightly down. This is opposite than what I usually would do whenever I do drag, because it makes the face look more masculine. However, Bianca Del Rio is famous for having the dimples, so I have to do that. So I'm just going to draw a line really roughly going down either side of my face, and then we can blend that out afterwards. Then I'm just going to blend that colour upwards. Then I'm just going to take my 3W and just cut underneath my cheekbones. Nice little cheat I tend to use, because then it forces the gradient going up, so you haven't got to worry too much about the blending. Then, taking some more of the Ben Nye setting powder in Super White, I'm going to press that all over my face, brush off the excess, except I'm going to leave it on my cheekbones for a while, just to let it sink in a little bit more and to act more as a highlight. Then, taking the same red again from the Pro palette, only a little bit, but it needs to be quite bright. I'm just going to apply that just on the apples of my cheekbones. Then, taking my face liner again by Kryolan, I'm going to start tracing on the lip shape that I want. Now, Bianca's famous for having quite big lips. The only points tend to be in the corners of the mouth, the rest of it is very curved. Okay, so very thick on top and bottom, but it does nicely curve on the outside, so there's no sharp filter trim, it's just very bowed. So then, to fill the lip, I'm going to use a fabulous Kat Von D lipstick. This is in Gold Blooded, I believe it's called, and it's this beautiful bright red. So I'm just going to fill the lip shape in now. Then I'm I'm just going back in with my face liner and I'm just darkening up the edge of my lip, and I'm starting to slowly drag it towards the middle. Not quite as much as I usually do. It's only going to be like a 1/2 centimetre gradient of the sides. The rest of it is still going to be bright red. So you can see the sides there, so nothing major. Now I can take the red again and just make that not so harsh. Then, before I forget, I'm going to take my face liner again and I'm going to apply a beauty spot just underneath my eye. Not too far away from my eye, but yeah, just about there. After brushing off some of the excess powder, I have gone back in again with the 9W and I've just gone around this area ever so slightly just to emphasise his dimples, because they are adorable and they do make up his character. I'm also going to take the 9W and go down the sides of my nose and just blend that outwards. Just makes the nose a little bit thinner. So then, all that's left for me to do really is pop on my wig, pop in some contact lenses, pop on my costume, and I'm done. And there we go, that's my look officially complete. So I finished the look off by doing something completely optional. I only did it as an afterthought, which is why I didn't bother showing you guys in a video, because it's not completely necessary. And that is drawing on some fake boobs. Yeah, really not necessary at all, especially considering Bianca's not particularly famous for them. Plus the dress I've got on is a halter neck, so you could just kind of amp it up and yeah. For the dress, it took me forever to find something that would suit Bianca Del Rio. I just could not find a costume, so I ended up going with a regular dress. But then again, I suppose anything's a costume if it's got character makeup, isn't it? So, but yeah, I just went out and I found this fabulous rockabilly dress, which is kind of similar to some of the costumes that Bianca's worn. The wig, I just could not find. I would have done this makeup a lot sooner if I could have actually found the wig I really wanted, but I just couldn't find one. So I ended up finding a generic wig that was the right shade that I wanted, and I styled it myself, so I hope this is okay. And I finished the look off with a headband, which I got from Claire's Accessories, which matches the dress and the earrings, which are just costume earrings that just clip on. I actually got these off eBay. And the final thing I did was pop in some contact lenses, which you do not have to do at all. I just think that Bianca seems to wear them. I mean, they're not usually this light. I mean, sometimes they're blue, sometimes they seem to be green. Mostly they seem to be grey. But yeah, I hope these are okay. I just thought it'd be fun to add them. I actually got these from camoeyes.com. I'll pop that link in the description bar below. And yes, that's my tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, please make sure to, you know the usual. Rate, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz, because it super helps me out. And yeah, so until next time. Bye guys!